Okay, this time I'd like to go through the machine of Granny on the Hackthebox. I've already spawned this machine earlier, and this is the IP address of this machine. And for this video, I'd like to use the Pentesting, which is online payload OS provided by the Hackthebox to do this penetration. Before we begin today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. This will help me very much on the YouTube robots. I do appreciate your help and support. So without further ado, let's just get started. So then we can switch over to the Hackthebox viewer or GUI of the payload OS. As you can see, I've already done the map scanning. So I did the map scanning with options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and also the comprehensive scan, or the full range port scan, as you can call it. And also, I don't want the map to do the ping test. And also, I'd like to use the T4 to speed up this scanning. So from the map scanning results, as you can see over here, there is just only one port, open port, which is 80, running HTTP service, and also the version information, which is Microsoft RIS, and also the version information 6.0. And also from the, as you see, I use the default script scan option. So the map scanning results also include this part, the WebDAV scan, and the unknown allowed methods like options, copy, move, public options, server type, server date. And so I think now we need to use the Google to make research to know whether this version of RIS, this version is very old, right? After all, we are now living in the 2023. So we can use the Google to make research RIS exploit, and as you can see here, the exploit database, and this has the Python. I think this should be Python exploit. You can download it, but if we click the second link, this is Rapid7. This company develops the famous Metasploit, and here, as you can see, the Metasploit has module. Yeah, this is the module name, which can work for the vulnerability. Of course, the Metasploit, if the Metasploit has corresponding module, this would be the most preferable way to do this penetration. So now we can go back to our terminal, and we can launch the console of a Metasploit with option of Q, quiet mode. So we just wait for this to be loaded, which will take a bit time. Yeah, here, and we can use the search and the RIS WebDAV, and then we can use the last one, the last module. We can copy the name of the module, and the payload, we just use the default one. And then we can show options, and we need to set the localhost to our payload OS. Okay, and to set a local port number to 555, which is one of my favorite port number, and we need to set the remote host to the target. So what else we need to configure? I think that's pretty much it. So we just run this module to see whether we can get the Metasploit session. It looks like it's working. Metasploit session was opened, which is very good. Okay, and you know, this Metasploit by default is not so stable. We need to make migration to another process rather, so we can list the existing processes. So we can choose one to migrate to. So maybe we can. So which one? Maybe we can choose this one to say whether it's working. Migrate and 1964. Migrating. Yeah, completed successfully. And I think now we need to make privilege escalation. We can background this session and search suggester, and we can use this post exploitation module, and we can show options again. The only one field we need to set is session number, and now we can run. You know, this module, the suggester, local exploit suggester, can give us the possible exploit which allow us to elevate our privilege. So we just wait for this to be completed. As you can see, it's collecting the local exploits for the Windows. Hopefully we can get what we expect, and then we can use the module, the local exploit, the local privilege escalation module. Okay, it's there. And then, of course, you can try different modules, but I'd like to try this one to save the time of the video. And we can paste in here, and then show options again, and then we can set the localhost to the payload OS, and set a local port to different port number. And then we need to set the session number to 1. And then we can run. And we can now get play. Yeah, as you can see, I think now we are. Maybe we can go back. DIR. As you can see, I think now we are within the, and we can, who am I? Maybe we can background, and then we can, who am I? Yeah, the JSON. Oh, not this one. We can go to sessions. Yeah, sessions. I think we are system user, and we can go to the second one, and now so yeah, the documents, paste, Copy. Go to the administrator. And then we can get, I think we need navigate into the desktop. And then we can cut the root flag. Okay, so of course, so far we have already retrieved the root flag. Of course, you can go to the user and can retrieve the user flag, but I don't want to do that because we have already got the root or the administrator privilege. You can do almost everything. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You know, in this video, I just used one, maybe two tools. The first one is a map, and then I use the Google to make research, and then I turn over to the Metasploit, and I use the Metasploit to get the initial foothold, and then from there, I try to elevate our privilege to the administrator by using the post exploitation module. I mean the local privilege escalation, local privilege escalation or exploit suggester. Okay, so that's all. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.